Coming to you live from the Darien Ice House, it's boys varsity ice hockey on the DAF Media Network, and today we have quite the treat ahead of us. A rematch between two rivaling towns, two towns that have battled it out for over a century on all fields, all surfaces. Today we get skates and ice. Hello everybody, I'm Dylan DeRiso alongside John Frieders and Will Johnson. Boys, we've got a big one ahead of us today. Exactly 1 month ago, these two teams battled it out right here at the Darien Ice House. That one ended up in a tie. The score was 3-3. And John, I'm gonna go to you first. Talk to us a little bit about Doster Kroll. He had 2 goals in that last one, and he's been the star for the Rams this year.
You're right, Doster has been the star for this Rams team, coming into the year with 34 points, 20 goals, and 14 assists. Really big leader on this Rams team, a junior captain, very big up-and-coming star for the Rams.
Will, I'm going to talk to you now about this Darien second line today. Matthew Fisher, Tyler Rakeen, Jonathan Naraki. Coach Mac Budd, we know he likes to make changes. He bumped Matthew Fisher up to play with Rakeen and Naraki, who have a lot of chemistry. Talk to us about that line.
Yeah, I really like that move by Coach Mac Budd, as Rakeen and Naraki have already had great chemistry the whole year on the same line. Both great shooters, really great. You know, they hustle a lot, but Matt Fisher is not always as much of a shooter as he is a great passer. One of the best passers on this Wave team, and I think that bump up for this game might be a strategical move, you know, to get him to get them open looks against this against this New Canaan defense.
John, we saw this last time these two teams played each other. Both teams suffered from some mistakes they made throughout the game. Some pucks slipped into the nets on both sides. What do the teams need to do today to capitalize and win?
Avoid penalties. That's the biggest part. You know, giving a really good team a man-on advantage is not going to help you, especially when you're facing as good of a team as Darien or New Canaan. Both these teams really stars in the FCAC, looking to take the FCAC this year, so we'll have to see what happens.
Will, you and I have been to a lot of Darien games recently. Let's talk about some of the more recent ones. We saw Fairfield Co-op at home. We've seen some other ones with sections that have not been as big. Darien brought a crowd today. So did New Canaan. What do you think the crowd is going to have? What kind of effect on this Darien team?
Yeah, I think Darien has really shown that when the whole crowd is showing up and making noise, they're a very different team. And you know, it's odd to say, but it's definitely true. As we saw against Fairfield Co-op team, not a lot of crowds, and they were silent until that one goal in the end. And then you see, even last game, fans started to trickle in against Greenwich, and they started to go on a hot streak. So, you know, this game, I'm curious to see how, you know, both sides are completely packed up, as this is pretty much a neutral ice game. Both teams' home rink here. And I'm really curious to see how the crowd's going to affect both teams here, loud as it gets.
Certainly last game, New Canaan was the home team. We'll call them the home team. This is, as you said, the home rink for both of these squads. Today, Darien's home. They get to wear the whites, New Canaan and the blacks on the far side. And I believe, I'm not quite sure, we'll be seeing possibly Finley Haggerty starting for Darien. We're not quite sure. We haven't gotten word on that yet.
That one was interesting. Last game, Finley Haggerty got the start and played a really solid game. Let in a couple, you know, Darien goaltenders, both Kreppen and Haggerty have both been, I've sensed kind of a theme of them letting in some easy goals, and they make incredible saves. They're both very, very talented goaltenders, but sometimes, you know, they let some goals slip in that they're not very used to.
Certainly both of them first-year varsity players for the Wave. John, any more notable players for the Rams before we go down to the ice here for player intros?
Mason Pickering, the New Canaan goalie. You talk about facing good opponents. When they faced Notre Dame, they lost 2-0, but he had 28 saves in that appearance, and he had a shutout last game. So we'll look to see how well he can play tonight.
So, Will, I think that means that Darien's going to have to get a lot of shots off to really penetrate Pickering in this one.
Yeah, that they are.
We're going to go down to the ice now in just a moment for player intros and the national anthem. barn is rocking. We're ready to go here at the Darien Ice House. And Will, I'm going to ask you one more question before face-off here. Coach Mac Budd, as we mentioned, made some line changes this week. A duo that he separated, Aiden Elders and Chris Davis. They've been playing together for a while, great chemistry. You weren't a big fan of that change.
No, I was not, honestly, as Davis and Elders have been playing together and playing really well with great chemistry. We saw Davis find him a couple times in front of the net in the crease and vice versa. So those two guys have played really well together. However, on the other hand, Charlie Schwinn now being moved to a first liner with a great passer in Elders and another great find in Bobby Whitaker, really good feeder and a really smart player. So I think they're going to try to set him up to generate some goals, and if they get him going early, he could definitely be a problem. He's a very skilled player. Just got to get out of his own head.
Grafton Ely, the captain for the Wave, hype him up around the net. New Canaan on their way back to the bench, getting ready to go here.
Grafton Ely really seeming to get these guys into it, and the Wave, as we always talk about, the mentality really, sets the tone for their team. As how loud it is or how competitive it is, that's really how they, determines how well they play. They got to, realize that this is a really, really, really big game, obviously. But then again, it's got to get loud sometimes for them.
Will, the first defensive line for Darien, Grafton Ely, Asa Beach, the two senior defensemen for the Wave. So much chemistry between those two smart players, two skilled players.
Yeah, they've been playing together for a long time, and Asa a lot smaller, Graf a lot bigger, so that small and big combo of Asa being very aggressive, going for those poke checks, and Graf playing the body as well. I think it's a really good combination, and it's a smart move to have them both starting this big game. Finley Haggerty getting the start.
John, tell us a little bit about the New Canaan first defensive line. They've got Lincoln Durfee, the sophomore, paired up with the senior captain, Cam Wheatfeld.
Cam Wheatfeld is a very good defender, and paired with Lincoln Durfee, the size, the speed of Lincoln Durfee really balances out that line. Having both captains on the ice with Doster and Cam really helps out the Rams. And they're very strong defenders for this Rams team.
Face off, one back to Asa Beach off the bat. And New Canaan will get the puck, send it into the zone. Will, quick lineup change here early from Darien right before the face off.
Yeah, we just saw the second line listed for us. Get New Canaan with an early opportunity, as we'll see here. Jonathan Naraki, Rakeen, and Matt Fisher getting the start here. So not with what we had on the player introductions. We're going to see how that fares for them.
New Canaan off the bat, two quick opportunities. Not able to finish one yet. Puck up top with Wheatfeld. He'll move that one down. Gets past Fitzpatrick. Fisher's there on the far side for the Wave. Tanks a hit from Durfee. Now puck loose. Rakeen up in the air. Chris Davis on the ice now for the Wave. That was very quick change. Ely will dump that all the way down. Icing call early, 49 seconds in.
Yeah, very quick change, as you mentioned there. Just 45 seconds of pretty defensive play there. New Canaan with a couple of really good opportunities there. As you said, Doster Kroll, one of the leading scorers in the state, and he almost made it 21 goals on the season there.
So a fast-paced start with the New Canaan offense. Russell Tarrant, the sophomore, will take it behind. A mistake, that one off the back of the net.
I think the crowd thought that one went in. It's a good hit there from Lancaster.
Lancaster shoving him into the boards. Still getting into it. Tarrant comes out. He'll look all the way up to Tommy Bronca. That one was a little behind him, but then got ahead of him off the boards.
That's going to work out.
Pickering's quick to cover.
Going to work out very nicely. It's normally that'd be an icing, but that one just went straight to Pickering, and now the Wave are going to get a face-off in New Canaan zone.
First offensive chance for Darien here after playing a minute and 10 seconds of defensive hockey. We'll see if they can get something going.
That'll go up. Out of the zone, New Canaan offensively moving now.
Really passive play from the Wave early, as we saw Tommy
on
Holland
the boards.
there.
Now a chance. A shot and a goal for New Canaan. Max Lowe, the junior, puts the Rams up just a minute and 25 into this one.
And that was an absolute snipe over the right shoulder of Hegarty. We'll take a look here. Max Lowe, the freshman, the junior forward, just takes a snipe here right over the shoulder, top shelf, right where Mama hides the cookies.
Well, it appeared that Darien might have gotten a little distracted getting physical against the boards. They let the puck slip away. Max Lowe took advantage, wide open shot, wide open lane, and he finished that one very nicely.
Yeah, this seems like it's going to be a high-scoring game as New Canaan, obviously, with their foot on the gas here. I think that's really crucial here early is how Darien's going to respond because they got to make sure that they know that this is still a very, very close game.
New Canaan on the rush again. Here's Kroll. Dosser makes a move towards the inside. George Persinger was there to stop him. New Canaan still with the puck. Roby back to Kroll. Dosser across the middle. Hegarty has to push it away. That one a little close for comfort. Here's Shaq Mariska. Fourth line on for the Wave. They'll make a quick change, get him off. Schwinn, Elders, and Whitaker on the ice now for Darien.
I think we're going to see Coach Mac Budd dip into that fourth line a lot today, especially with Mariska now on that line. Such a skilled offensive player.
Here's Schwinn surveying. He'll go up over the top. That hits off the roof. And we get a whistle. Already very fast-paced affair.
New Canaan's been really going here early as we see. Take a look here. Hegarty, dangerous kick out with that right pad and could have set up another goal. New Canaan with this really fast-paced play early. They got to keep their foot on the gas though.
Face-off, quick shot, rebound, loose. Asa Beach grabs it. Off the glass, out of the zone. And here's Aiden Elders. Sophomore, cross to Whitaker. Oh, got away from him as the party was challenging. Now Beach will skate back for it. Asa Beach up off the boards. Caught out in front. Skating with it, that was Carlson. Now around the back of the net. Hits off of Carlson, taken out by Fauché.
Good play from Grafton Ely there.
Ely on the puck, a kick from Fauché. Here's Asa Beach on the far side. He'll go on a rush with Aiden Elders. Beach looking for his first career goal still. Save made Pickering.
You have to do him like that, come on.
Now again, New Canaan. Bryce Lydon this time. Stopped by Rakeen. New Canaan repossessing up off the boards. Holland tries to get it down. That doesn't work. Here's Lydon, a shot. Glove save by Hegarty. Puck's loose behind. Terrence got to go after it. Lee Crody on the ice for his first shift of the game. He told me last night he wasn't expecting to get in much, even if at all today. And it looks like Mac Budd's using him early, so I'm sure he's happy about that. This puck will slide all the way down, no ice call. Crody hustling on the forecheck.
Good play from Lee.
We felt behind, challenging Naraki. Lancaster's there. He sends it back beyond the net, allowing Darien to get a quick change. Tommy Bronco, Chris Davis on the ice. New Canaan clears otherwise, and here they go on an offensive rush. Max Lowe, offsides called. Lincoln Durfee got a little excited.
Need a break in the game there. Darien almost having a chance for a breakaway, was not able to get it. Rams are up 1-0 and have been putting it on Darien so far. Darien not really knowing what to do due to this pressure by the Rams.
Puck sliding around the back. Fitzpatrick skating, no one challenging him. He takes a second, passed it to Roby. That one got away. Cam Wheatfeld has to make a one-handed play on this one. Keeps the puck in the zone. Grafton Ely's there, gets it out.
And New Canaan has been so patient on offense, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they have generated a lot of this offense is just being patient and not forcing these passes.
New Canaan again. Here's a chance in front. Shot. Oh, save was made by Hegarty. That was a close one.
It's a huge save for his confidence as well after letting in that early goal.
Wave up the other way. Chris Davis toe drag, cut back, shot. Oh, saved by Pickering.
That would have been the goal of the year. If that
highlight reel moment almost for Chris Davis. He's got the silky mitts. Puck now down behind the net. Davis makes a play on it with his glove. New Canaan gets to it first. Tarrant fighting to keep it in. A battle to keep it in. Help from Samame.
That's a really good job by Samame. That puck was just tripping over the line.
Going to call that a hand pass. We'll get a face-off.
That puck was just trickling its way over that blue line into the neutral zone, and Samame was able to keep it in. Dylan, one player I want to touch on is George Persinger. At the beginning of the year, not really getting a ton of time, 3rd/4th line player. And the really, really little guys really stepped it up this year. Such a smart player. He's gotten a ton of ice time in this game, and I'm sure he will in the years to come, as he's such a high IQ player.
Oh, off the bat, Elliot Croft had a chance for a shot. He lost the puck. Croft, just a freshman. Sophomore. Samame with it. Gavin Samame, his 3rd shift of the game as a 4th liner. Mac Budd not afraid to reach into the depth. Icing called. Samame's pass couldn't get to Mariska. We'll have another face-off down the Darien zone.
Yeah, that's another player I'm really high on. The real silky Mitts, Jack Mariska. But right there, Mitts not that soft as he lets that puck go through just a little too casually. As that puck could have corralled that as Holland just had his stick knocked out of his hands.
Giving the Rams another opportunity here, another face-off in Darien zone. See what the Rams can do.
Persinger and Fauché getting into it along the boards.
You love to see that, the little guy, Persinger, just a sophomore, but he is really talented player. He's on the lacrosse field as well, a goalie.
Goalie, not afraid to get in front of anything. Gardner Ely making a physical play. Schwinn gets it up and out. That one hit off the skate of Azzopardi.
Darien has not been able to set up much on offense. They got to start setting up a possession and stop trying to play transition hockey here.
Pinned along the boards here. Gardner over to Persinger. That one got by him. New Canaan will use this as a chance to get a quick sub. Schwinn, Gardner Ely. Down into the zone, quick ice, and another face-off in the Darien zone. And Darien kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now, making themselves work to get the puck out of the zone by throwing all these icings down, whether they're missed passes or not. Got to crispen it up.
Yeah, 100%. As Charlie Schwinn is a really skilled player who, he's got a lot of heat on his passes, and I think as Coach Bud, you got to know that, knowing that he's really someone who just fires his passes really fast a lot, and you got to put players with soft hands on his line, and this is a new line for him.
Canaan up along the boards. Naraki gets it out and he'll skate. Naraki had a breakaway goal in the last game against New Canaan. He goes down this time across Lee Crody, a shot just wide of the net.
And that just is a perfect example of Jonathan Naraki, just the epitome of someone who hustles a lot and just is really scrappy, as you see there. Good play, no penalty, and he went for that puck. Set up Lee for a one-timer.
Now again, this one up and over. Grafton Ely will have to chase it back. Backhand pass, Asa Beach. Beach off the glass. Oh, a huge open ice hit from Tyler Rakeen. Rakeen, an all-around very good player.
Very physical game so far, as you can probably see. Big hits very often. Players just trying to move the puck. That's what's going to keep you from getting hit. Constantly moving the puck.
And Darien New Canaan games often so physical. We see
got on the backside.
Every time. Oh, a chance for Bronca. He almost finished it off.
That's a really good find from Tyler Rakeen. You know Bronca wants that one back as he's so good up close.
Happened to be Lancaster on the find. Here's Crowell. Doster Crowell using his legs to get in front. He'll skate around the back of the net. Now in front. Oh, Fitzpatrick was there. Now stepping up. Slap shot saved. Chris Davis gets the rebound. Darien skates up the other way. Tommy Bronca taking his time. Looks out. Elliot Lancaster backhand pass. Deflected down behind the net. Lancaster across. Never mind around.
Elliot's another really smart player, Dylan, as you just mentioned. Didn't give him credit on that pass, but you caught me, so got to give him credit for that. He's a really good passer, a really smart player, and that's why he's often on the first or second line.
Ely looks up. Pass intercepted by Croft. Croft dumped down into the zone. Comes back to Ely. He loses it on the pass attempt. Buchanan working with the forecheck right now. Down into the zone off of Fauché. Persinger around, up to James Troy. That one gets away from Troy, but they'll still chase after it. Off the boards in the other direction. George Persinger.
Forecheck looks lackadaisical out there. Really not a lot going as Murska with an errant pass there. Right, definitely the right look, but just couldn't corral. That one was Samame.
Another bad icing by Darien. That's what they're going to need to fix as this game progresses. You're going to need to stop icing down. Otherwise, you're just not going to have any forecheck play. You're shooting yourself in the foot, like you mentioned before, Dylan.
Back behind, Grafton Ely. Deflection, nice deflection.
Really
from
good
Schwinn.
touch.
Now Darien gonna chase after it. Bobby Whitaker. He'll skate around behind, pinned against the boards, and then hit down afterwards. New Canaan up the other direction.
This should go for an ice.
It will be. Darien will finally get a face-off down in the New Canaan zone.
Grafton Ely getting a little chippy with John Totaro, his buddy. No buddies in this matchup here on the ice.
Canaan. It's Durfee possessing. He'll try to skate it up. Turned back by Elders. Other direction. Tarrant. Chip up and over. Darien grabbing a change. Schwinn throwing it towards the middle of the net, but Darien was subbing.
And that's the first good forecheck they've had. Unfortunate for them that Schwinn could not find anyone. No one was open, as you said, they were subbing.
Deflected out that one. Holland had to control it before chipping it back in.
And that's going to be an opportunity here.
Here's a chance for Del Carmine. Oh, he was looking across. That one was blocked. Jonathan Naraki.
He's so
hustling
quick
up ice. Cuts back, shot Naraki wide.
That's just one example of how quick he is with the puck and how he can stop on a dime and let it rip. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another goal from Naraki, just like he did in this first matchup.
Across the middle, pushed away by Pinkering. Oh, Ely's shot deflected and blocked. Here's a chance the other direction. Gavin Fitzpatrick, that'll go down to the corner. Asa Beach will come out to cover with help from Rakeen towards the middle. What a move. Puck's loose. We get a whistle.
And
players getting into it.
Gotta be smart here. Don't do anything late. Chippiness is fine, but no reason to take a penalty in a game with this gravity here.
In the first period like this too, we usually don't see a lot of fighting penalties till later in the third period. This one's getting chippy early. Darien getting hyped up.
And I think that's something that they're going to feed off of here is when it gets loud, got to be, Elliot Lancaster, Tommy Bronca, two of the guys who love to be aggressive, both on the ice right now.
Quick shot blocked by Tarrant. Chris Davis off the boards. Skated back around by Russell Tarrant. Holland looks up ice to Bronca. Bronca shoving a player down as he was going for the puck. Now New Canaan the other direction. Looks
pass.
out. Crowell steps up. Slap shot off the post. That was an absolute rip of a slap shot.
Yeah, Doster can really let it fly from anywhere. You got to get on his hands. Even when he's in that high slot, he can let it rip like a missile we just saw there. Drew Iron, luckily for the Wave, as they got numbers here if they push this.
Now the other direction. James Troy. It's the freshman. Skating. Shot. Around. Davis out for it. Gets by Troy. Samame, another hustling machine. Sends it up for Beach. Beach back around.
They got to retain possession here and just set something up. They haven't been able to really all game.
Puck still behind. Weefelt. Now in front. Troy, a shot save made by Pickering.
Yeah, you go ahead there.
Those are the opportunities you want if you're Darien. You want those passes from behind the net, in front of the net. That's how Darien scores.
Yeah, definitely. And you saw there, even though Troy wasn't able to get a ton on that shot, getting Pickering a little nervous, doesn't want to have him sitting back too casually at the end of this period.
Quick shot, glove save by Pickering.
You like the confidence there from Mariska, the young freshman. Just letting one fly.
Face off, one New Canaan's favor. That one rolling by Grafton Ely. Ely down into the corner.
I think they were looking for a sub, but that took an unfortunate bounce, skip off that wall.
Owen Briggs trying to skate it out himself. Doesn't work out for him. This puck deflected up and out of play. Neutral zone face-off is what we'll have. 3:10 to go in the first period, and ever since New Canaan's goal, a minute 25 in, we haven't seen any other goals. And Darien with a few shots, nothing has come to fruition for them though. New Canaan on the other hand, they've been striking firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and this could easily be a 2-0 or 3-0 game as Kroll let one rip from the blue line. That drew iron as well, as New Canaan's had a couple chances. And Haggerty, even though that one goal, he's played an amazing first period so far, just making save after save, keeping them in it.
Tarrant, Schwind up. That one, a little too up in the air for Elders to corral.
It's a great touch there.
Now a chance up off the helmet of Haggerty. Schwind up the glass. Smart play from him.
It's a good lift there of the stick.
Keep working on the forecheck. New Canaan the other way. Durfee down. Del Carmine. Tarrant pushing him over. Now up top. Has the party back behind the net. Del Carmine. This time getting into it with Holland. Bobby Whitaker to skate.
That
one deflected off the glass. Here's Bobby Whitaker skating with it.
He's got Elders.
Whitaker. Oh, he was looking for the pass, and puck slipped away from him. To go all the way down. Quick icing call. 2:03 to go in period one.
That's a smart play, even though that's an icing, for New Canaan. It's a really smart play to get that one out, as they were gassed after that shift, as well as Darien had some numbers on one side. So.
Yeah, think about it. If Darien gets that pass off, that's a big scoring opportunity. A 2-on-1 pass, not able to puck not able to be moved, forcing the turnover.
Ely keeps it into the New Canaan bench. That's where the puck goes. 156.
Darien's going to get a big offensive possession here if they can win this faceoff and just set something up. Can't try to rely on a power play or something like that, because majority of the game obviously he's played even, and they really have just looked sloppy in this first period. As we know, they start to wake up in the end of the second, maybe beginning of the third normally, but they've got to get out of that habit, especially in a game like this.
New Canaan pushing up.
Oh,
little chip pass. Oh, great look, great chance. Beach prevented that one from going to the middle. We get a whistle.
I think it's going to be a hook on, I believe, Grafton Ely.
He'll go into the box.
That's a big penalty. Next goal is going to be a big goal. It'll either put New Canaan up 2-0 or will tie the game and maybe give Darien some more energy. So this is a big penalty kill here for Darien. We'll see if they can kill it off.
Yeah, 100% a big penalty kill. As you said, this is going to be really tough and really big for momentum. As here's an open lane.
Steps up, deflected off Rakeen's stick.
It's a big play there. Open lane, a lot of bodies in front. From the stick's perspective, trying to get a redirect, but for the shooting lane, it was pretty open. Could have easily gotten one of those top shelf if he had not hit Rakeen's stick. But as you said, definitely a big penalty here, especially going into that second period. This penalty is going to take out all of the end of this first period.
Puck against the boards, kicking it around, now stepping up. Low, backside, 1, 2, 3, that's a goal.
No goal, it's going to be waved off.
Looks like they call it a kicking goal.
And I don't know if I got a good look. I saw that was really good passing by the Rams. We should have another look here. Great move from Lowe.
If this isn't a kick in, it'll be a little controversial on our part with the replay.
That is a kick.
Absolutely. Yeah. He reached his foot out, kicked it. Pretty easy call for the ref to make.
It's a really good call, too, live.
But a good call, yes.
That fast, a puck going across the middle there. A lot of bodies in front, and it's a really good job by the officials seeing that live and being able to make that call on the spot.
Will, you saw it before I did. I thought they scored. Dosser Crowell over to Durfee. Durfee skating. Patience.
Oh. Dangerous there, playing with the puck in front of Elders, who could have made a poke check, taking that away.
Now skating up. Fitzpatrick towards the middle. Beach gets rid of it, gets it out of the zone.
Yeah, he was one move away from just deking out the entire Darien defense and scoring the next goal.
Skating down, leaves it back. Backside, Crowell across the middle.
And Schwinn should push this here.
Charlie Schwinn, will he get a shot off? Cuts back.
Play.
Very smart play on Charlie Schwinn's part.
Just kill more time and throw it across to your line mate, who's going to just kill even more time.
Decided not to be selfish. Bobby Whitaker trying to go towards the middle with it. You see Darien defense back playing it safe.
And that stop by Charlie Schwind just may have taken off the last minute or so of this penalty.
Here's a go. Crowell across. Oh, that one was so close.
Yeah, very dangerous as Finley Haggerty was screened. Another look there, poke checked away.
That'll run off the rest of the time in the period.
Great
After
kill.
1-0. Don't go away. We'll talk about it a little more when we get back in a few moments on the DAF Media Network.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and they offered to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Back here live on the DAF Media Network for period 2 of this rivalry game. New Canaan currently leads Darien 1-0 after 1 period. John, tell us a little bit about what you saw that was good on the New Canaan side.
New Canaan's been playing great team offense. You know, they have his guys sitting right in front of Darien's goalie. Lots of scoring chances, lots of shots. Couple snipes by Dosker, the goal by Max. That's what you want to see out of a New Canaan team. Darien needing to figure out how to stop New Canaan right now.
Will, what does Darien need to improve upon?
Yeah, I mean, definitely just the energy they have. Is we see someone's net guard just came off in general, but Darien has really looked just really sloppy as on offense. You see even just right there, that could have been a 2-on-1 and a quick turnover. As Darien's just been icing the puck a lot, playing really passive, and I think that they just have to understand that they are an offensive-minded team and can't keep playing sitting back. They got to get the puck down, as that one's going to be caught out of the air by Hegarty. They got to get the puck in the offensive zone and slow this game down. They're playing way too much transition hockey and trying to make too much happen on those fast break transition opportunities. They got to just settle down, be smart, and just understand the gravity of this game.
Face off down in the Darien zone here. Max Lowe taking it for the Rams. He's got a goal, the first one and only one of this bout. Holland will go back for it. Rakeen, Naraki, that one gets by him. Darien will go on the chase though. Matthew Fisher hustling down. Great hustle from Fisher to make something out of nothing.
I love that play from Fisher. You saw he hasn't been getting as much ice time in the past couple of games, and he just right there just proved why he should be on the ice.
Now New Canaan coming up on a rush. Backhand is low. Avoids a hit from Rakeen, looks across. Ely, quick pass. Matthew Fisher sends it back. Rakeen backhand dump and chase. Darien gets a full change.
Yeah, and one thing I'm noticing is Tommy Holland and Asa Beach both play in that high slot, waiting to keep the puck in. Holland has been consistently dropping back and not keeping it in. On the other hand, Asa has been really good, as he always is, at keeping that puck in and playing sort of the defensive player on the offensive end. But you see, Tommy's just been letting the puck dribble out of the zone and hasn't been able to keep it in. And such a talented player, he's got to get past that.
We've felt with it for the Rams. Turns it up ice. Bronco laying out a hit. Breaks a Wheatfeld stick, James Fauche's stick. We get a whistle.
And that's a disadvantage there, as with a broken stick on the ice, you can kind of play 5-on-4.5-ish, we can call it, because you can play the body, but you can't poke check or anything. So Darien was not able to use that to their advantage. I don't think they saw that the stick was broken. So get a new one and get back on the ice here.
You mentioned, and if you pick up the stick, it's actually a penalty.
We saw that, yeah.
A
couple weeks ago, Darien had a big moment against Notre Dame West Haven. Schwind broke his stick on the they were on a 5-on-3 and broke his stick. So definitely not going to do that one again.
Now up and out the other way. Beach tried to knock it down with his hand, sacrificing his physical leverage. Now across to the backside. He was looking for Elliott Kropp.
Good check from Grafton Ely.
Chris Davis goes down. Now looking, that one gets by Tommy Bronco. This will be an easy ice call.
And Bronco was gassed there, as you see. He'll just trudge along off the ice. Darien, not exactly the substitution pattern we've seen in the past. They just went from listed our second line to the fourth line, starting to jump around a little bit. But going towards us here in the booth, you see Darien student section is on this side, which could be big as Dr. Kroll gets poke checked by the freshman Troy. Huge play.
Samame in the corner for it. Stolen away up top. Connell back around. Tarrant playing the body, so is Samame.
You see New Canaan only has 2 there, 3 waiting with just just Troy and Mariska.
Connell back behind as a party will go up to play it. Mariska got there as well. Now looking in front, a shot and a goal for Dr. Kroll. The Rams go up 2, 3 minutes into the second period, and it's all New Canaan right now.
Yeah, we were just talking about that after the period as the guy in the middle there for the Rams. This time, obviously, Dr. Kroll, the best scorer on this team, one of the best in the state. And if you're Darien, you can't leave him open in the middle of the ice. Knowing how he's already has 20, now 21 goals on the season, just give him an open 1T from the middle of the slot. You can't do that.
No chance for Haggerty there to stop Dr. Kroll. Kroll with an absolute cannon of a shot and able to bury that one for, like you just said, Will, his 21st goal. Seems as if he scores every night for this Rams team.
He scored 2 last time they played the Wave, so Doster's got 3 against Darien this season. Buchanan, momentum in their favor.
And Darien knows they have to get one, got to get one soon, got to get them with some momentum into the third period as they're such a good third period team.
And already a sense of urgency for the Wave.
Not used to being down, that's for sure.
Down by 2 at that. This will go down, icing call.
Yeah, and even their losses that they have, that they have partaken in, they haven't, scored a ton of goals, but they haven't given up a ton of goals. And that win against Co-op, 1-0 final, they're not used to, have offense with this, high of a motor. And you see 2-0 already. I think they're, Coach Bud and the guys are definitely, taking it back a little bit right now, and they got to get something going for their own confidence here.
Yeah, you mentioned it's not just that they're so good, it's that it's a rivalry game and it's so physical. This game has just been so physical so far.
Here's New Canaan a rush as a party with it. Looking backside, nobody was there. That was Tony Del Carmine, excuse me.
Trying to be a little too unselfish. I think he thought he had a 2-on-1, didn't have anyone there. Is a nifty move from Gardner really, and a great touch from Rakeen. Big give and go.
Back to Rakeen. Rakeen, a shot. Glove save by Pickering.
And I was just talking to you before about why Fisher's on the ice. Is just such a good passer, and you see good look there, give and go from Rakeen to Fisher. Could have easily set up the first goal for the Wave.
Bronca pulls up to take the face-off for Darien. New Canaan wins the possession. Russell Tarrant trying to get one. Here's Del Carmine again. Tony Del Carmine. This time another backside pass. We're going to have a delayed penalty. That's a hook.
The right call there, and I don't hate the move from, I believe, Russell Tarrant, as they were on a 2-on-0, and this time Carmine had someone there, and he was looking across the ice, and if Tarrant doesn't hook that stick, that could easily be a goal.
That is definitely not what you want if you are a Blue Wave fan right now, putting the Rams on the power play. Rams playing so well tonight, but Darien also playing decently, just making bad mistakes. You figure out a way to kill this puck.
That was definitely an unlucky break there, as well as that pass deflected off the stick and just set up a 2-on-0. Really unfortunate.
Beach fires that one out off the bat. Charlie Schwinn coming up on the forecheck. He was doing it on the last New Canaan power play as well. Here's Doster.
Not the guy you let shoot the puck here.
Kroll with one. A pass wide. Whitaker fighting. Kroll takes that one away, no problem. Skating back into the zone, trying to get a shot off. He can't. Beach a backhander up and out. Pickering will come out with his stick. Pass that off to Durfee.
This is, in my opinion, the best forechecker on this Wave team. Jonathan Araki, you see how aggressive he is.
Araki going to work, disrupting some New Canaan passes, now using his body. New Canaan still coming out with it though. Fitzpatrick leaves it back. Roby behind. Ely off the boards. Ely tried to clear that one, didn't work out for him.
You can definitely sense this new sense of urgency here by the Blue Wave, knowing that they need to score and prevent the Rams from scoring here as the Rams are on the power play. They're realizing how important this is.
Elliot Lancaster going to work down here on the forecheck. Kroll, quick pass up to Leiden. Here goes New Canaan again. Leiden pulls a fake shot.
It's a huge kill for Darien so far as their student section getting excited, and even, just on the ice, we can sense the change in tune here.
Carlson over, backside, shot, wide. Darien still trying to work. 4 seconds to go on the power play. New Canaan might get one more shot. Stepping up down the middle, saved by Haggerty.
And he second-guessed himself there. Very dangerous. His shot went right to the chest, and he looked to cup it there, tried to grab it, and I don't think he knew himself if he had it or not.
You talked about it, Will. Darien able to kill that power play, and the Darien student section really getting into it right now, trying to give Darien that sense of energy so that they can put a goal up here as they're down 2-0.
One back by New Canaan. Has a party back around.
Would be surprised if Darien gets something going pretty soon here.
Gardner off the glass. Here goes Bobby Whitaker.
Backside
He's got
Schwinn.
2 to beat. Oh, almost got it to Schwinn. Rebound chance. Elders couldn't finish it off, up and out of play. We'll have a face-off here. A series of chances for Darien, none of them going.
And what a play by Elders to see Whitaker's pass deflected. Elders kicks it to himself and just chips it a little wide left. And you see just a great play and really good opportunity. But then again, Darien has all the momentum right now. They've been firing on all cylinders the past couple minutes. See if they can get an offensive possession here.
Shot from Schwinn is blocked. Elders goes down. Up and over. In and around the boards. John Totaro trying to get it behind the net. Whitaker laying a hit on Totaro. Battle in the corner. John Totaro back on his feet. This time Tarrant putting the body on him, sending him to his knees.
That's what you got to do, just play the body there.
Relentless. Schwinn going between the legs, and a swarm of New Canaan players got back in time as Whitaker goes down with a big hit, shakes his head, gets back up.
And Bobby
nice and call.
Took a shot there, got lit up. Good to see him get off the ice all right on his own power.
Big hit by New Canaan, trying to maintain this physicality, this rivalry level physicality here. This game means so much for the future for both these teams. Rams up 2-0 now.
Yeah, and just the rivalry game as well.
Saved by Haggerty. 7:20 to go in the second period. 2-0 remains our score in favor of the Rams.
Definitely more action so far in this second period. It's just one goal, but definitely a lot more opportunities, or at least good opportunities, than there were in the first period for both teams.
And Canaan still possessing the puck, whistle blown. Offsides or hand pass?
Might have been a hand pass.
I think hand pass.
You see coach is talking to Jack Mariska.
Darien in desperate need of a score here as we are just past halfway through this game now.
You see Darien making a line change, trying to put fresh legs out there, trying to maintain this fast-paced second period.
Yeah, and they haven't been doing that in the face-off category, that's for sure.
Some back and forth skated out by Lowe. Beach trying to chip it away. Lancaster looks over, Chris Davis. Davis leaves it back for Ely. Now across Bronca. Shot from Lancaster was saved by Pickering.
Good backhand find there from Lancaster.
And that's the type of passing Darien needs. But Will, like you said, you can't just be looking for transition opportunities. That's what Darien did, and now New Canaan's got the puck again.
And that's a great forecheck here from Chris Davis, and as he gets hit by Wheatfeld. Another hit there from Bronca. This one's getting intense.
Whistle called for offsides.
Yeah, and Dylan, as you just said, you know, the fast break play, it does work sometimes in your favor, but in a game like this, New Canaan seems like they're ready for it. They've got guys dropping back, you know, not trying to let Darien get on this fast break, knowing that they can score that way with such fast players like, you know, Naraki, Rakeen, and Jack Silky Mitts, Mariska.
Yeah, you just mentioned that. I think that was part of New Canaan's game plan, coming in, limit the transition opportunities for Darien.
Looks like it's worked so far.
Matthew Fisher will come back around to play this one.
Fish!
He tanks a hit.
Gives a hit, too.
Now along the boards as a party. Across the middle, Crowell. That would have been a dagger of a goal if he had gotten a stick on it.
And that's a bailout for Darien. It's good hustle from Naraki. Good find in front, too. But you can't leave Kroll open.
Here's Roby.
Gotta watch Kroll.
His pass is blocked. Back to him now. Around behind. Tommy Holland.
Can't believe they left Dr. Kroll open. Here he's again.
Here's Crowell, one more, a shot up and flying out, hitting the roof.
And they're just letting him fire on all cylinders. And with 21 goals now on the season, you've got to know where he is at all times. Have a stick on him in the middle. Is this one just an errant pass that he picked off, and it was a great blocker save by Hegarty. But Dr. Krill's been open a number of times in the middle, as you said, and Darien hasn't made enough adjustments to their game plan at all.
And there's no one helping Hegarty back there. Hegarty is just one-on-one against Doster. You can't win that fight every single time, which is what Darien's seeing so far.
That's a good pass there.
Whitaker. Pass got ahead of Elders. Whitaker laying a hit. Persinger down into the zone. Buchanan the other direction once more.
Took a weird hop off the glass. Looks like it's going to work out.
Schwinn cuts back.
Good patience
Surveying.
there.
He fires a shot. Rebound Gardner Ely now. He'll skate with it. The defenseman that rarely comes up looking for George Persinger. Lets that one get by him.
That would look like their first good offensive possession. Then it lasted about 10 seconds after I was about to say that, and they turned it over. Very, very unlike them. But this game, just been like that the whole time. As there's another icing. Much needed line change for the Wave.
Yeah, it's been a combination of bad turnovers and icings that has really killed Darien, has prevented them from getting a solid offensive set open and allowing open shots. Darien just not able to set it up, whereas New Canaan has been able to, and you see that as a reflection of the score, 2-0, Darien's up.
And as you said, these turnovers not just affecting them on offense, but also on defense. Well, they're just turning it over and setting up offensive opportunities for New Canaan.
New Canaan possessing, looking in front. Nobody home. Puck still loose.
There's going to be a slash on Asa Beach, I believe. Unless it's going to go on New Canaan. But I saw Asa come down with a hammer there. Or maybe...
That'll be on New Canaan.
On New Canaan, yeah.
Calls on Leiden, so Darien now with an opportunity, their first power play.
And you don't want to say the word need, but you need a goal here pretty much if you're Darien. It's 4:15. This is going to be definitely your best opportunity. First power play all game for them. And they really haven't generated a ton of offense, and this is where you got to do it. They're going to try to probably find Charlie Schwinn on that backside. And that's what I think you should do here. Such a good shooter.
It's the new power play one line for Darien. Asa Beach takes a quick shot. Just like that, they turn the puck over and they fly down, running some clock off.
Penalties have been New Canaan's problem so far this season. Playing solid teams, you can't do that. And they've sensed that against Notre Dame, where they had a couple penalties that they just couldn't have.
And this is the patience you like to see.
Schwinn, Davis, Beach. Beach steps up, down, Whitaker. Whitaker leaves it back.
Good find.
Rakeen out in front to Davis. Davis got knocked onto his back.
And that's a really good look from Rakeen. The no look that I don't think Davis was ready for, nor was the New Canaan defender. They just bodied Chris when they saw the stick move and the puck getting thrown in front.
Great kill thus far from New Canaan. Asa Beach. Whitaker. Ely.
You just see these passes, they add up on a power play, take up more and more time.
Lancaster, here's Elliott, a chance, Bronco.
Open lane.
Down, shot wide. Now in front, it almost bounces in. From our angle, it looked like it was going.
Could have almost been an own goal there off the chest.
New Canaan gets this one out. Here they go the other way. Max Lowe, delayed penalty on Darien. And now New Canaan will be the ones with the advantage in 28 seconds.
Again, Darien with a bad penalty in a key spot. Will, you mentioned they need a goal. You know, that completely wipes the power play and puts it to an even 4-on-4. And then once they get off what would have been a power play, it's going to be New Canaan on the power play for more than a minute.
Yeah, and you just can't have that happening, you know, with some momentum in your favor, and then you're starting to push the puck, starting to generate some offense, almost got a goal there, and then you just throw it out the window right there, just getting the penalty, you know, late hit a little bit there, and saw the ref's arm go up, and it was a clear penalty for sure. Not a smart play.
Four on four now. Here's where offense happens. The ice opened up a little bit. Soon New Canaan will be the ones with the advantage, though.
Stick
broken stick. Ely's up off the glass. That thing flew. I thought it was the puck, and then I realized how big it was. New Canaan has a party.
This is where New Canaan's going to be patient, look for the best look, see if they can net one again.
And even if they can't, you know, after this just 28 seconds is killed, now they can push it. But during that 4-on-4, it's nice to just be patient and then wait for you to be on the power play versus doing something dumb and giving Darien transition offense, which seems to be all the offense they've tried to get today.
Durfee in the corner. Up for Del Carmine. Back to Durfee. Kroll. Nice rotation from New Canaan right now. Good puck movement, keeping it safe. Back up to Durfee. Down shot. Kroll wide.
And that's patience. That's what Darien has yet to do in this period. Just be patient. That's a great find.
Schwinn finds Ely. Grafton Ely. Cutting back towards the middle. Bobby Whitaker looking to Ely in front. Ely, good job forechecking, keeping the puck in. Now they got to watch out. New Canaan breakaway. Here's Fitzpatrick. Shot and a goal. It is all Rams right now in the Darien Ice House. 3-0 with 1:04 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Tommy Bronca visibly frustrated coming out of that penalty box, knowing that that penalty was crucial as some of Darien's student section starts to trickle out. But this is hockey. Darien's a third period team.
That one hurting the Wave bad.
And it also keeps New Canaan going. You saw them celebrate after that goal, really meaningful goal, but Darien needing to create something right here, put up a goal before the end of the period.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, that's Haggerty's only one or two of those goals, you know, could have been saved. I think that he just, you know, at least that one for sure, not his fault. Here's another chance. And that's been the theme, missed opportunities for the Wave.
Shot from Ely, backside. Lancaster loses it. Persinger up. Persinger's shot. Slides wide of the net. Davis looking, there's Lancaster, he gets checked, loses the puck. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Darien's gonna have to keep their temper here.
Good find, he gets there.
Darien definitely playing more desperate, you can tell just by the way they're moving. Get the puck up and try to get into transition even more and create scoring chances.
Canaan, on the other hand, just the opposite, seeming to be a little more passive and just trying to not let Darien cut into this lead, which is smart. You're happy with a 3-goal lead going into the third period.
The buzzer sounds at the end of 2. It's 3-0 Rams. Domination right now from New Canaan. We'll talk about it a little more in a moment. We'll be back on the DAF Media Network.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and they offered to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Back here live on the DAF Media Network for period 3, the final period of regulation here at the Darien Ice House. The new Canaan Rams lead the Darien Blue Wave by a score of 3-0. We do have a few recognitions for this game tonight. Will, I'm going to pass it to you to explain those real quick for us.
Yeah, it starts with Wave Strong here. Wave Strong exists to break down the stigmas around mental health. Wave Strong is a community of students, parents, athletes, and coaches who are committed to raising awareness and funds for suicide prevention and to remind each other that it is okay to not be okay. And on the other hand as well, we are going to give a shout out to Hank Morgan. He's a super fan of Darien hockey, longtime watcher. We're going to give him a shout out. He's graduated Darien and played hockey in the 1940s here, and he's suffered a stroke and is in the hospital and is watching, and we wanted to give him a shout out and make sure just that everyone in the Darien community is rallying around him and knows that he is cared for.
Huge supporter, longtime supporter, so many longtime supporters, and I'm sure he's watching right now. Hopefully this Darien team can stick it out in this one. Asa Beach to start it off for the Wave. Down 3-0 now, the Wave are. Will, what'd you see in that second period? Because it seemed like we saw a lot of what we saw in the first period.
Yeah, just a lot of sloppy play and just, passes going, not corralling their passes. There's another good look, but, not capitalizing on their opportunities is what I'm really seeing. Is just when they're getting their opportunities, they're not capitalizing. There's shots in front of the net, there's one-timers, and they're just not able to get that puck behind the net, in the net.
Yeah, you're right. Darien not really able to set anything up so far. Really having to play in desperation mode recently. Started out, haven't been having a patient offense, haven't gotten good scoring opportunities in front of Pickering. Pickering having a couple easy saves, but other than that, not much going for Darien so far.
Puck around the back of the net. Del Carmine up. Tarrant loses it. New Canaan with it. Against the boards. Here's Elliott Lancaster skating now.
And if you're Darien, you got to at least stay out of the penalty box. If you get, just 2 minutes of time on the kill is just so crucial when you're down 3 goals. You got to score them in 15 minutes, now 14.
Persinger up to Chris Davis. Davis cuts back, trying to avoid the hit. Aiden Elders serving up a hit of his own. New Canaan possessing. Gardner Ely. Tommy Bronca.
You got Naraki and Rakeen, 2 of the best forecheckers, and just there it goes, slips away. Theme of the day here.
Now a chance. Del Carmine, he had one in the last game. That one flying high and wide. Darien the other way, transitioning. Tommy Bronca. Getting across to Naraki. This one will escape the zone. George Persinger couldn't get to his spot on time. This one off the skate. Tyler Rakeen. Persinger up, gets past Naraki. New Canaan shot wide.
Just inches away from being that dagger there.
Deflected up off the glass.
New Canaan just controlling the puck in the offensive zone right now. Darien not able to clear it past that blue line. Common theme of the day. Just great offensive play by the Rams. Good puck movement. And a tough day for Darien.
Yeah, and I think the Rams have really limited the transition offense of the Wave as well, setting up their own offense like this here.
Here's a shot of their own wide. Darien just, it seems like New Canaan has wanted this game more, and Darien has just been very sloppy today. I think those have been the 2 main problems if we're not going to get specific about it. Obviously, we can talk about the failed transitioning so far.
And I think a lot of that has to do with plays like that, like icing, they're just gassed. And also, a lot has to do with New Canaan has a lot of guys back to limit the transition offense. And the Wave, really like to build off of that transition offense, set up 2-on-1s and 1-on-0s and just, one-timers everywhere and power play goals they get a lot of offense from. But when you have two guys sitting back and trying to limit the transition game, just like right here, you see this could normally be like a 2-on-1, and now they have two guys back just breaking it up every single time. You know, they've just been kind of flustered by it and haven't been able to figure them out.
Canaan turning it the other way once again after another failed Darien transition. This time Russell Tarrant going up against Oscar Kroll. Behind the net now, Mariska will skate. Trying to find Schwind on the backside. He wasn't there, and here goes New Canaan the other way in a 2-on-1. No ice.
I think Holland thought that one was going to be ice, kind of jogging after it a little bit. They're not skating fully.
This will be called for an ice, though, and we'll have a face-off down the Darien zone.
Definitely a different story than since the last time these teams faced off. You know, still very close in terms of rankings, but definitely different game today. The Rams dominating, whereas last time it was more even, and both teams had a shot at the game throughout the entire game.
Persinger, Elders, Lancaster, Elliott gets knocked down in the middle of the ice by Wiffelt. Got back on his feet quickly, but that was certainly a morale buster.
And then again, though, just soaking that hit there, Elliott Lancaster gets the Wave a much-needed power play. And just from past experiences, seeing that they got to not get a penalty of their own within their own power play, because that's been a theme we've seen. And, you know, they really have been able to generate really good offense on power plays just throughout the year. Got to be smart, be patient, and don't just take the first shot that comes to you. Just set up and be patient.
Schwinn gets over to it. Asa Beach. Pass to Whitaker. Whitaker back up to Beach. This one out of reach.
Just an example of what we've seen today, sloppy passing.
Canaan quick to stop every Darien attempt at offense. Schwind.
They just look so out of sorts, Dylan.
They do. There's no other way to describe it. Darien just not playing like the Darien team we've seen in other games. Even the first time around when these two went at it.
It's just consistent, you know, sloppy passing, and just also you got to give credit to New Canaan. Really good job on the forecheck, and as well as the limiting of transition play.
Darien definitely having trouble moving the puck. I think that's been a result of most of their problems, just not able to make a crisp pass in transition, set up a breakaway, but nothing really going for Darien so far.
This could be something if they could set something up here, and just
Davis
again
up to Holland, another failed pass.
This might be one of the worst power plays I've seen from them this year. Really no other way to put it. Just haven't generated. You know, I think they've had one rush and just been sitting there or two rushes and turned it over both times.
Mariska up with it. Grafton Ely. Ely. Holland. Holland loses it. Here goes New Canaan. Short-handed opportunity. Fitzpatrick pass across, and then from Doster, that one went wide.
And just another turnover. It's, you know, they can't escape them right now. Really, really not well-played power play, but also a great kill from New Canaan.
Good kill, poor play from Darien, I think, is the main explanation to the inability for Darien to convert, and New Canaan with the puck once more.
I think a goal there really would have been big, not just for the scoreboard, but also just giving Darien a sense of urgency and a sense of life. And, you know, now down 3-0 still with just 8 minutes to go, you got to hope for a miracle almost.
Here's James Troy, a freshman.
No one there for the pass by Troy, just trying to go in by himself, no one to make the pass to.
And that's not on him either. They're just subbing, and, you know.
That's something we've seen time and time again tonight for Darien, though. They look to the middle of the ice where a guy should be. No one is there every time. Just a lack of vision, it feels like, and a lack of smart passes.
They just can't possess the puck at all. This is, you know, some of their best offensive players with Mariska and Schwind, and
Up to Ely, deflected, caught in the middle.
It's loose.
Puck is loose. Shot from Whitaker, covered by Pickering.
That was their first real, chance they got off a break. Just lucky couple bounces and just couldn't put it away. Puck was loose in front. Whitaker had a chance to maybe put the puck blocker side and just kind of threw it at the chest of Pickering. Not a great angle, but you got a sense of desperation. So not surprised with that take. It's really good tie-up on the draw here.
Eldridge trying to get towards the middle of the ice. He was swarmed. Puck goes up and out of play.
Almost killed one of the parents in the crowd, but everyone's all right.
Puck makes a nice souvenir sometimes.
7:38 to go in the third period. A New Canaan dominant game. And this will certainly hurt Darien's state ranking as well. This will only be there if things continue this way. Still 7:35, but
hockey's a sport where you never know.
But if Darien goes down in this one, they will certainly go down in the state rankings. Darien currently only has one in-state loss, and that's to Notre Dame West Haven.
Might move New Canaan up too as well when we talk about rankings, but more importantly, just move Darien down from the 5 to maybe a 7 or 8 ranked team.
Could hurt a lot too for the playoffs with them coming up. Don't want to talk too soon, but
Chris Davis making move towards the middle, body played by New Canaan.
Yeah, you mentioned state ranking, but what about FCAC ranking? That's more important.
Definitely coming up soon. Another chance here.
Davis with it. It's across to Holland. And Holland trying to come up on offense and do something now because
Lancaster goes down.
Interference called on New Canaan. Darien power play.
Well, you need a goal here. Now I'm going to say you need a goal here. Not to state the obvious, but
a failed power play now would leave Darien scoreless with under 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, I do remember a couple of years ago, I was at the Darien New Canaan state final. I was a freshman, and it was a 4-1 game, I believe, with just a couple minutes to play. Darien got 2 quick ones and ultimately fell just short. But then again, in this game, and these two teams, you really never know what could happen. So a goal here would still be huge.
Asa Beach, Schwind, wide. This will be cleared. Almost.
Kept in still. Good job there.
Bobby Whitaker along the boards. Up to Asa Beach. Beach steps up for a wrister. It's deflected. Davis gets out to it. Whitaker. Down to Davis. Across the middle, Rakeen, a shot saved by Pickering.
It's a really good pad save for Keene. Not a guy you want to leave open in the middle, but that time he was left open and wasn't able to put that one away.
Beach coming up. Stopped.
Another turnover.
A forecheck from New Canaan here.
But now that'll make things interesting. I think it's going to be a 5-on-3 here. And if you're Darien, you got to go fast. I know I've been saying, pace of play, but, with a 5-on-3 here, excuse me, they're not going to, the ref's arm was up.
It was an offsides call.
Offsides. I saw the ref's arm go up, so still 5-on-4, but.
Still need a goal here if you're a Blue Wave player.
Mariska to Ely. Ely over to Holland. Lancaster steps up for a wrister, doesn't get all of it. Ely up for Mariska again. He has to work to keep it in the zone.
That's a good job by him laying out, keep just diving. That was not a great pass from Grafton Ely, and Mariska, good job keeping it in.
Holland now, wrister kicked away by Owen Briggs. Jack Mariska leaves it back. He was looking for Tommy Bronco. He wasn't there.
Yeah, just no one seemed to be on the same page tonight for Darien.
Grafton Ely. Ely skating on his backhand. Just a little back and forth. A pass off the boards didn't work out, and they'll have to go again. And that is another Darien failed power play.
And really good kill from New Canaan, but also just a really not great power plays. Nifty move from Schwind.
There's definitely an awful power play from Darien. Just errant passes, not able to really create any scoring opportunities. No good shots. No one in front of the net. Just not what's going to get the. That's not what's going to get the job done here.
Now New Canaan headed up the other way. Bring it back. Whitaker picks it up. He loses it to Kroll. He gets it back though. Whitaker and Schwinn still trying to go to work. Buchanan the other direction. Fitzpatrick, he's got one. Now Roby, a shot saved.
And if you're Darien, you got to get all your guys pushed out towards the offensive end. There's a good save there from Haggerty off the turnaround shot by Kroll, but Darien, you got to get your guys just, go, just send all your dudes on offense and make sure everyone is just hustling at the net, because, when you're in desperation mode, you're not really worried about New Canaan scoring. You're not really worried about defense as much as just trying to get one in.
Definitely a tough night for Haggerty behind net as he holds the puck again, but just had to face a bunch of really, really wide open shots, one-on-ones, and he's played well, but you can't expect him to stop all those shots.
For sure, yeah.
Back around. O'Shea. Chris Davis for Darien. Elliott Lancaster, Jack Mariska.
Well defended there.
Davis up for Tarrant. Tarrant, a shot. Glove save by Pickering. The Darien section is completely gone now. New Canaan's remains full. I guess we could use that as a metaphor for this game, really.
Yeah, Haggerty's coming out as well, so Darien in full desperation mode. Gonna get the extra skater on, but
we'll use Samame.
Maybe a little spark plug there as he try to get something going, at least just give them some hope.
It's all about maintaining possession here and creating scoring opportunities with that extra man.
Holland. Beach steps up for the wrister. It's blocked. Buchanan carrying it out.
And they could try to get this one. Yeah, that's going to be the icing on the cake.
And that is it. 4-0 New Canaan with 3:04 to go in this one. Tony Del Carmine, who scored last time these two teams went at it, puts away the empty netter, and that'll just about do it from the Ice House.
Saw the freshmen there celebrating, waving the rest of the Darien student section away. Just really, really easy goal for Tony there. Really just a stat filler.
Yeah, definitely, and can't blame him for stat padding. It's just an open net, dumping away, but Darien definitely just wants to get out of this game, go home, and cry themselves to sleep.
If you're New Canaan, you come away from this game with more confidence in the remaining schedule. New Canaan coming off a win against Ridgefield. That shutout loss they had to Notre Dame West Haven was certainly a tough one, but they have shown now that they can bounce back from a loss like that. Darien, on the other hand,
I don't know how they're going to be feeling their remaining games, at least. Just
when it comes to a loss, there's only a few ways you can take it, and a loss like this is certainly hard to overcome, but at this point, Darien can use it as a lesson, use it as motivation, rather than let it get them down. They still have a few important games remaining in their schedule. They've got Ridgefield, they've got Notre Dame West Haven.
And who knows, you may be facing these guys again in the playoffs, and you got to go into that game, getting this one out of your head. The first time they played, they tied. And honestly, there's been a couple breaks for both teams, but New Canaan's looked like the way better team today. Just calling it spade to spade. They have just dominated the Wave in every facet of this game.
Every great rivalry has 3 bouts, and we'll see if come playoffs, these two get one more go.
I think we all would like to see that.
New Canaan not hesitating to still try to put goals on the net. Doster steps up for a shot, saved by Haggerty. Minute 30 to go. James Troy skating.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, this is definitely a tough loss for Darien, but they've shown that they can hang with the better teams. You know, the first time these teams faced off, they tied, and they went when they played Notre Dame West Haven. It was a very close game, and we'll see how they bounce back. And if they can take the win against Notre Dame West Haven, that's going to help them a lot.
As Mariska puts in a pretty meaningless goal almost.
Jack Mariska.
He did tell me he was going to score today, so I'm going to give him credit for that silky mitts, silky move behind the net.
At least giving Darien a number, clearing off the goose egg with 1:01 to go in the third period. And he did that pretty casually, it looked like, too.
Yeah, you know, no one's, you know, just scored and almost no one realized, because no celebration, obviously, in a game like this where it's pretty much over.
Well, Mariska's got a positive to take away from this one now.
Hopefully he doesn't care.
Hopefully that goal has no effect on how he feels about this game.
And good Bobby Whitaker getting back at for his buddy George Biolsi, getting his first ice time.
And Will, one more thing we'll talk about here. You think Coach Mac Budd will be rethinking these new lines?
100%. Yeah, definitely. As I said, I didn't like the change, and seems like New Canaan liked the change because Darien looked completely out of sorts. No chemistry in their passing. I think that's a big reason why. You know, Elders and Davis were such good line mates, as well as the other kids. The second line looked very strong together, and you know, taking that apart just before a big game like that might not have been the best move.
Our final score from the Darien Ice House, 4-1. New Canaan topples Darien in what I would call pure domination from start to finish. Darien just never picked it up. They didn't have the chemistry, they didn't have the passing, they didn't have the offensive possessing that they need to have. And we'll go to final thoughts. John, you first.
Well, definitely an interesting game. You know, coming into this game, not expecting to see the score as it was. 4-1 came in off a 3-3 tie, but New Canaan definitely got the best of this game. And as they look forward, they definitely have a newfound confidence. Definitely going to be interesting when these teams, if they face off again in the FCI or states, we'll have to see what happens. And Darien, we'll have to see how they rebound. It's all about the rebound now. It's not about what happened. Put this game in the past and move forward and see if we can keep winning.
Will, how about you?
Yeah, you know, don't want to pour salt in the wound, but Darien just looked so out of sorts today. And, you know, I think they got to take this as a learning experience, as you said. You know, they just haven't been able to play up to their level just as of recently. I think since that Notre Dame West Haven loss, they just haven't looked like themselves. We saw it today, but take credit away from this New Canaan Rams team. Just really well prepared. Obviously, you know, hats off to Coach Clark Jones, and a really good job for this New Canaan team.
That'll do it here from the Ice House. Dylan DeRiso, John Frieders, Will Johnson. Thank you all so much for tuning in. DAF Media, of course, joint venture of the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. That'll do it for us here at the Ice House. Tune in a little bit for the Darien girls ice hockey game. Braden Shank will be on the call for that one. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a nice evening.